Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today we're going to beat Liza P. It's going to happen. If not, I'll be mad. So I am a little bit pressed on time today. But I still have minimum like 3.5 hours to beat the game. So we're going to beat the game. Hey, Ochoparo, how you doing? It's been a little while since I've talked to you. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hi is on YouTube as well. Your bad service here, John. Okay. Sorry about the service. Is my YouTube stream working correctly? Because it's still not sending data on my OBS. Hi ZJ, how you doing? I don't know why it's doing that. Why is it doing that? Send the data to YouTube. You want to die because I'm playing Dark Souls 1? You playing Dark Souls 1 for the first time? Or have you played Dark Souls 1 before? I don't actually know if you've played Dark Souls 1 or not. YouTube's working? Okay, thank you for saying that. Bone crafting ordering. Honestly, I have a ton of fun messing around with, like, builds and whatnot in the different Souls games. I think it's one of the best parts. Because I used to do a lot of, like, PvP back in the day. Hello, Sophia Yuki. Thank you so much for following. It means a lot. Hope you're having a good day. Dark Souls noob status just got on sale. Obviously I can't really do it right now, but if you ever want someone to like play the game with you, I would be willing to play Dark Souls 1 with you. I'm pretty knowledgeable about it, so I could probably get through the entire game pretty easily. Been getting into PvP and Elden Ring is kind of fun. Hate the cheaters though. Yeah, cheaters are pretty rampant in Elden Ring, it feels like. And from what I've seen of, because you're doing seamless co-op mod, right? That's what you're doing all the PvP in? From a friend, I've seen a ton of cheaters on that. Not basically not in seamless co-op. Yeah. Thank you to Jennifer Jen 242 for following. On Twitter, hope you follow back. We'll see. We'll see. Not really too into follow backs, but anyway, I'm gonna start recording the game and want to get going. So, like I said, I am kind of a little low on time. Just none of those bots. Yeah, it's whatever. That's why I said I'm not gonna follow back. Very, like, literally the exact same thing. You doing solo right now? Yeah, okay, Pyro. If you ever do want someone to help you with the game, just let me know. Hello everyone, Son Ninja. Today we're playing more Liza P. We're going to... I intend to beat the game today. I'm fairly certain I will. Where do I go from here again? I go... 4 years is wild. It has been a while, hasn't it? I go up. Anyway, so last time on this game, I made some progress. I killed Lakshasia, however you say her name, and also gave Sophia peace. Oh, Adberg time. Lax Asia? I have no clue. Hi, Red
Ciao,
Fox.
Bello. I had a feeling you were no ordinary kid, but I never expected to meet you here. It's a trivial matter. Everything is trivial in this part of the business, reward or no reward.
I honestly
The
have no
reason
clue.
for kidnapping someone, or for blocking your path here. But if some audacious behavior helps my brother see again, that's a different story. In all honesty, I don't want to fight. Not you, at any rate. For one, it's a damned hassle. And why should I go out of my way to satisfy an employer who didn't pay me enough?
Okay, Paro.
It's not too late.
Hopefully
don't
nothing
have to
bad
fight.
happens, and
Just
I'll
show me
see you
some
soon. Let me know if you want to
kindness.
play something at some point.
And I might change my mind.
Make sure to stay safe. I mean,
Thank you.
sure, I might as well.
This much.
I have like 70
it
of
might
these
even
things.
cure him entirely. It's not fair the way I've been harassing you. You're the only one who's ever been kind to us. I swear on my life as a stalker that your father is safe. My employer promised not
Oh,
to
you're
harm
playing
him.
regular Elden Ring.
Go on
Okay.
then. Go to him. Geppetto's waiting. I never even introduced myself. I'm Claudia. If only we had been friends from the start. But I suppose it wasn't possible. We were both protecting something, and those things weren't compatible. We didn't fit together. Hurry. Please. Go to your family. Go on. Go see your Go on.
Oh, I mean, honestly... Was it this that I got? I think this is the new one I got. I want this one, honestly. I have like all of these now. Hey, Geppetto. I'm gonna be honest, I think you're a criminal.
It saddens me to see my precious son in a place like this. I wanted you to grow up as a good boy in a peaceful world. And
Didn't
yet,
you cause a frenzy?
I think all I've taught you is blood and violence. This will be the last time I ask. I promise. Simon has gone completely mad. He's trying to become a god by using a tremendous amount of ergo. I don't know what kind of world he wants to build. Perhaps there's no stopping him. I trust you, my son, and I'm ready for any outcome. But I don't know what you think of me. Speak truthfully, for my sake. Was I a trustworthy father to you?
Oh, I don't know. We'll go with yes.
I see.
Because I feel like
courage to carry on because of you.
I mean, I kind of don't think he's a good father, but
and come back to your father's side.
because I
Remember the happy
think he's done a
family
lot of
you
bad
once were.
things.
We can become that again.
But I don't know.
Put an end to it all, son.
All I have. I did get a Hodis Pounding message, so I guess that was like the right answer. And honestly, both might have been the right answer. Alright, up we go. That was a really, like, anticlimactic reuniting with him. Okay, so I can go down? What? You don't know, you know. Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. So I guess I was lying right there to make him realize that he doesn't know that I know. God, assassins. Increases critical attack. Does that mean fatal attacks? Damn. Okay, that goes forward. Hold on. What was this thing down here for? Oh wait, no, this is where I came from. I'm being dumb. I came from there. Me getting already confused. Oh, this guy chased me all the way over here. There's a chest right there, and I see a guy, too. Did you get the golden eye yet? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh my god! You are an asshole. This is one of the reasons why I think this game kind of sucks at times, is because of stuff like that. It's like every 2 minutes, here's an ambush. I'm gonna kill this guy again. Dog's just skeletons, I'm just like... Why is this guy suddenly attacking me? Okay. Okay, anyone else want to ambush me before I get this guy? Yeah, you're just over there. You're not gonna affect him. Really? He instantly attacks? Okay. I'm sorry, I don't like design like that. Design like that's just fucking trash. fucking love red attacks. Can't see anything right now. That really broke my posture. Dude, fuck these enemies, man. These enemies are actually fucking trash. What the fuck are these wind-ups? First they make it so it just pushes you off the fucking cliff, and then these enemies are just randomly... Because these guys were not doing any of these attacks originally. And so now it feels like they have completely different attacks. Okay. I am pressing the button! Why are you not doing it? Me when I press the parry button and it doesn't do anything? Okay, that time he didn't do any attack. He did no follow-up that time. Why? No follow-up. Just randomly no follow-up. I don't understand it. That time he tried to attack me through the wall. Really? Why does that just... You want to heal? I'm pressing the button. I had hilarious evasion, so I was running around normal Elden Ring trying to gather weapons. Materials, change your build. Leaping amulet. What does this do again? I don't even remember. Max stamina. I was posted as a blue to see if I can get someone for help. I did, and as I spawned, I see the host and a phantom running away from the guide called Neanderthal. Oh cool, they actually gave me a shortcut right here. Cool, because that's such a long distance for no reason. He had rags in the club, and it was the ugliest guy known to make, and he was still killing the two. So I rolled in with a revolving cannon once he had died because he had no HP. That is actually insane.
Someone walked across my grave. I sense ergo everywhere. I mean, this place is saturated with it. Like what you'd expect from a mountain of dead puppets.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I had to stand there. Just... okay. Cool, so that, okay. So I didn't put an ambush right there. I don't like seeing it like Ergo, and it's like freaking me out. Forgot these weird attacks. We had a way to get the hand-to-hand moveset and DLC be happy. That'd be cool. No ambush, okay. Thank you to Kimberly Adams 311 for following, though honestly it's probably a bot. That's a bot. I'm not gonna follow you back. Suppose I can deal with those guys very easily like that. What? Why did you run after me? What was he doing? Honestly, I probably should just give you mod in general. You're in my stream decently enough, and it's not like I don't trust you. How do I... yeah, here you go. That's how I do it. There you go. Acid abrasive? Does that mean... I guess the final boss is probably gonna be Simon, right? That would presumably mean he's a human. So acid would make sense to be effective against him. Not our Ogo fragments. So said Peastrus the Third. I, Adriana, recorded for the brothers and sisters, raised Peastrus, the one who swallowed even God. Listen, my brothers and sisters. I, Peastrus, shall tell you about eternal life. An angel's gift was something humans dare not enjoy. Many humans died with hope in their hearts, and the ones who lived harbored rage against even death. Harbored rage instead of death. Eventually, humans destroyed and burned their hope on their own. That is how the angel became the god torn to death. But today, there are definitely those who survived the blessing. They, the immortal ones, still walk around and wish for the resurrection of God. I clearly told the truth I witnessed. Now you shall all follow this path. I think I'm at the final boss. Simon Manus' confession. A father is like God to his son. Even I, Simon, was no different in my view. But the one who created me was no normal human, and my abilities were extraordinary. You were failure too. The ability to read minds. Being abandoned in front of God meant the world's destruction. From then on, my life existed to make a world without violence. A world where no one betrays you, and there's only truth, even if it's forced. Now the finale is here. Once the door is open, it can't be closed. For humankind, I, Simon, gave up being human and decided to walk the path of immortality and the truth. My body will be broken and reformed as the God that was torn apart. I leave this record, my last moments as a human. Simon Pustrus Manus. Okay. Really quick, I'm gonna use the restroom, that way I don't have to pee during the boss fight, because I know I'm about to do a boss fight, and probably go into an ending. Alrighty. Oh, there's a specter here I can summon. Did you wash your hands? I did wash my hands. Are you human?
Behold, this is Ergo. Is it not magnificent? Distilled immortality and a key that opens
Let's see what Ergo does in
a world
Emopo.
with
What
no
Zero Maidens
lies.
does do in Emopo.
A key that unlocks true evolution. Give thanks. Ergo is a gift from me, Simon Manus, who will transgress even God. Bow down to your
Why do you
God,
have butt tentacles?
who will be born now. Show me everything you have, Papa Duck Geppetto.
Yep. Butt attacks being ridiculous as usual. Oh, okay, that had a follow-up. Yeah, I did an extra attack that I should have done. That looked like he was just putting his hammer back on his arm.
Your time is running out.
I hate to get the block so damn early in this fight. Oh, the fuck was that not a parry? I cannot hit it. Fuck.
You face godlike power. Your time is running out.
I did not have any stamina. I made a bunch of, like, stupid mistakes that I shouldn't have made.
This is evolution. Behold, as I discard this fragile body. Witness me as I grasp the power of a true god.
You just pull a Makella? Meet one. Whoa. Oh. Matir, Mother of Fingers? Is that you? Renaissance painting looking moment. Simon, you look a little weird, not gonna lie. What the fuck is that? Please don't keep on doing that. Whoa! I was pressing the parry button, but that time I did definitely. I pressed the parry there. Okay, didn't realize. I don't like those overhead attacks because it doesn't look like an attack. I'm better off just blocking that. Okay, so that has infinite range. That... I hate that attack. That attack doesn't look like a fucking attack. Okay, I literally cannot tell he's attacking when he does that. You have to parry early. I don't know why this one you have to look at the parry and it works. Damn. Damn! Oh, he's gonna just run to the right to get out of that one. That attack. For a first attempt, that wasn't bad, but, you know, that's like, this is kind of what I mean by I don't like the enemies in this game. Like, the attack's are cool and whatnot, but it's these really weird wind-ups where they wind up and suddenly the attack just, like, hits immediately. No, actually, I have a bunch of ergo. I guess I could use my ergo to, like, level up. Or otherwise, for some reason, this man hits you, like, his timings are off. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go to... Oh, wait, I don't have to return to the hotel. I can just level up at the... Stargazer, I forgot. Question, does he count as a human, or does he count as a carcass? Do you know, CJ? Human? Okay. Might as well make my damage as good as possible, you know? Use the human one to kill them? Okay. Humans are weak to acid, right? Also, I did not have to come here. I'm assuming he does strike attacks. Something with disruption resistance would be best here. That's supposed to be slightly heavy, really. Always more. Out of curiosity, is there anything I need to do? No, because this is definitely a final boss. Okay,
Welcome to...
might as well just give myself a bunch of... Oh, right, I have this. He's down here, right? Cat. Look at him.
I want to give Alidoro's belongings to someone.
Ouroboros' eye. It's a sword. B technique. Car. Wandering Moon and Stone Knights. Those the weapon for. The weapon stays in one spot for a certain time, deals damage and returns. Makes the blade idle for a moment when attacking enemies, increases hit number and damage. A moon sword that was lying asleep in the Ark Abbey. They say this weapon was handcrafted by a legendary alchemist. Philippus Paracelsus? Paracelsus? What? Was a legend even among the alchemists. The moon sword he made by modeling the Ouroboros mark symbolized fullness. Monsters regard weapon durability is not consumed. Okay, that's useless. Why would I want this? Let's go like a chainsaw. Well, I don't want this, so... Oh yeah, I also have a quartz code in my inventory. I can use that too. Actually, does he sell any quartz? Because I think I just have an extra quartz here.
Welcome.
No, he doesn't. So I just have an extra quartz that I just have to put somewhere. Oh wait, no, I didn't finish upgrading this. Never mind. Fable enhanced, recovery speed. I didn't really have to worry about this, I don't think. Restores the weapon durability when using a special grindstone. I didn't even manage to get a single thing there. Oh, so I'm pretty sure Fable charges from fatal attacks, doesn't it? Or am I just incorrect about that? Weapons... It doesn't? Really? I swore it did. Oh, I never got this. Huh. Standard consumption dash. Must be one of these, because anything else I can use. Using it a lot, I noticed it doesn't. Yeah, no, I swear it did. I don't really think it's that worthwhile right now anymore, though. Since I'm no longer fighting against random enemies, there's not really much benefit to me charging it from a fatal attack, since I'm only gonna get, like, one fatal attack this entire boss fight. Maybe two. So I don't think it's gonna be that worth it. Probably the best thing is honestly this. I feel like this is gonna be the best thing I can possibly get. Like, there's nothing else that that really, like, speaks to me, and since I only have the, like, the last two ones,
Welcome to Hotel.
there's not much I could really use. Just sell a bunch of ergo, I guess. Why did I get heavier? Why did I suddenly get heavier? I was at 60%, why am I at 62% now? What the... See what this does for me. It would take 3 levels to be able to use them. Okay. You changed... Oh, right, I did change weapon. You're completely right. I forgot about that. Thank you. What does this do anyway? You know, with this just being a disc, this is very slow. That's pretty cool. This is actively cooler than the... This is so much cooler than the other... The Electric Blitz one. I'm sorry, this is so much cooler. I might use that in a different time, because that is cool. But since I don't have motivity, my damage is not going to be amazing. It's only going to be, like, regular damage. Oh yeah, level up. Now that I have this equipped... yeah, only one level will fix it for me. That's fine. And then, honestly, I'm just gonna level up. Let's see, it's still basically the same amount of ergo to level up, interestingly enough.
Welcome to...
So let's see, if I sell... 12k... Does the required ergo not go up? That's so weird. 30 barret, 30 cap, and then 40 main stat. Well, I found out that... like, my damage doesn't... My damage goes up by, like, 3 and 2 after 34. So I didn't really bother leveling it up anymore. Yeah, honestly, I probably should get a little bit more vigor, but... really no. My health.
Welcome to...
Okay, let's see if this is possible to get more. So... 9 point... That's... enough to get 30. There we go. But like, I realized that if I level this up anymore, I can't show you. If I level this up again, I only get like 2 points per level. And it's just like, why would I level it up anymore? What is cap at a million ago, so I capped it. And at level 99. Level 91 currently. I think that's what it said. But I don't know, it just felt like I wasn't really getting any like meaningful worth out of leveling up the stat anymore. So I just didn't bother leveling it past 34. Maybe, I mean, granted, if I was doing like a dual scaling thing, I imagine if I would like to boost up my strength, the amount of damage I'd be dealing is like a lot more. Not with this weapon specifically, because this weapon I have just technique scaling. So I only have 5 motivity.
Show me everything you have. Open up Geppetto.
Yeah, fuck that.
If you want constant pain, I can apply. Better yet,
Dude, I cannot tell when he's doing that attack because I can't see his fucking head. Also, holy shit, I just destroyed that base. I at least got the first phase timing a bit better.
This is...
Can't see anything. Okay, that's actually really annoying. Excuse me? What is the range on that thing? Wait, why don't I have another use? I didn't think that was gonna hit me, honestly. Holy shit, dude, that second run went so much better.
So, it comes to this. The Blue Fairy,
He tries.
Sophia, decides the winner. Truly, I envy you. The puppet, my Sophia, keeps turning back time to save.
Seems like staying next to him is actually a good idea because it stops him from doing like the big attacks that he does that cause AoEs, or like the range attacks.
Truly care for you. I gave up predicting Sophia's actions long ago.
I mean, were you basically torturing her?
I'd like to hear your
Of course she didn't
thoughts.
like you.
Sophia, what have you done to
I gave her peace.
her? Yes, I suppose that was her wish. Sophia was always wise beyond her years. Knowing the truth of people's minds is a curse. I would not have been able to bear it if it weren't for Sophia. Her pure heart was a tonic for my pain. That's why I wanted her. I did. But I couldn't have her in the end.
You could have wanted her in a much nicer way,
So I
Simon.
tried to use this
Instead of
power
kidnapping her, torturing her, using her to make you into a god.
these
Just saying, maybe if you didn't do all that, maybe you could have had an actually nice relationship with her. Find out the last story of Simon Manus.
Watch out, Fortune Bento.
Fallen One's Ogo, Arm of God. The Arm of God, obtained after defeating Simon Manus. It is a mysterious relic that the alchemists treated as a sacred object. The alchemists believe that there was once a god who was ripped to shreds trying to give immortal life to the humans he so loved. They wanted to revive him. However, the god who was in deep sleep never answered their prayers. I'm gonna run back to the Stargazer really fast. Out of curiosity. No one at Krot wants to talk to me. Interesting. Yeah, see, if I up technique right now, all I get is 2 points of damage. If I would level up all the way to 40, all I would get is 12 points of damage. That is not worth 6 levels in my opinion, that I can instead put into survivability, having extra stamina, being able to carry heavier things, or even just having resistances. Because I upped advance a little bit. Yeah, but 2 more points probably isn't going to mean much, when I can instead put it into actual survivability. Now, if I were to put it into, like, motivity or something, where if I was using, like, some sort of balanced weapon, because I think balance is quality in this game, right? If I were doing that, I would actually, like, the damage I would deal is, like, a ton more than just 2 points. I guess I'll just go bigger. Oh yeah, just so you, I didn't show you earlier. This weapon is actually really cool. I like this weapon. I got it. I got it immediately after dealing with Sophia. So, do I go down here or do I go back to Geppetto? I imagine I just go down. Coding sucks, it's so cool, but the damage is so ass. I didn't really try it. I just used it in the, little, like, test
Now
dummies.
him, he really scared me. A human becoming a god? Terrifying. But a puppet becoming a human? Now you have my attention. Suit yourself, but sounds fun to me. I wonder, what'll happen now? I sure don't know.
How
But
far
I
up
do
did
know
I
one
go?
thing. You're stuck with me. And I'm stuck with you, pal. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, I should have went back to Hotel Krat to see what I could turn the, Ergo into. Bonus owners cannot become a lord. A man cannot kill a god.
That's...
This is suspicious. Hold on. You gonna wait a second, my friend? I'm gonna go back to Krat. Either I'm about to get an ending, or I'm gonna fight a second boss, and that boss is gonna be Geppetto. One of those two things is about to happen.
You're here.
I'm really surprised that no one says anything about the fact that I just killed Simon. It feels like something that there should be, like, conversation about. What's it doing again? Oh, I was gonna check by, Hugo.
I want to give Alidoro's belongings to someone who knows.
I can get a huge Oni bat. Ergo release. They just don't care that we killed the person who they presumably think caused all this, because I'm pretty sure everyone but me believes that it was either Simon that caused everything, or the King of Puppets that caused everything, with Simon as, like, the orchestrator of events, or the puppeteer, so to speak. Hold on. A downward blow consumes a set amount of ergo to release big damage to enemies. Oh, interesting. So you have to actually use your money to use it then. That's cool. A mystical cudgel made from an ergo crystal tree. While battering enemies, it emits spores, increasing the ergo acquisition rate. The stalker who desired wealth made a contract with the devil, and liked music to gain a cudgel. Along with this, he was gifted with overflowing ergo and a petrification disease. That would be wrong, but yes. I've said so many things in the past couple of minutes, I don't even know what you're referring to. Inflict critical odds damage inflicted on a staggered enemy. That's interesting. Oh, sorry. When God awakens, he will be like a bird who just cracked open his shell. He will possess tremendous abilities that can change the world, yet be as innocent as a child. Among Simon Manus' sayings. Oh, bad work. Hold on, is staggered? Okay. Does stagger mean white health bar, or immediately after you do the Fable attack? Which one is which again? Because if it's white health bar, this could be kind of useful, but also kind of, like, hard to use. And it's also, like, so specific as well. Honestly, I just want to get this just because. apparently have some Legion calibers. I have 3. Where did I get 3 of these from? The bunk. You know, actually, what I should do is buy the other items from the from all the shops. Actually, question, ZJ, when I get an ending, will it immediately put me in New Game Plus? Or will I have the opportunity to continue exploring before I go into New Game Plus?
Welcome to...
Because realistically, I want to buy it. You'll be back here? Okay, cool. Because what I'd want to do if that wasn't the case, like if getting an ending forced you into New Game Plus, I'd want to buy things happen after the ending you choose. Okay. Because if I wasn't if I am immediately forced into New Game Plus, I want to purchase all these things that are like I can only have that they only sell a certain amount of time. Things happen after the ending, which is so. But I won't be forced into New Game Plus, right? I will still be in this version or this state of the game. You can be back. Okay, I just want to make sure. I guess I should quickly grab these, so that way I just have extra coins. I've not used these coins for literally anything, but... Because otherwise, because there was a thing that happened in, like, Dark Souls 1, and I think Dark Souls 2 as well, where as soon as you killed the final boss, you were instantly forced into an ending. Or, like, you couldn't actually leave the area without going into an ending, which meant that if there was anything you hadn't yet purchased, you would no longer be able to get those items, so they'd be gone forever. And there's, like, a couple of things that I've not bought. That I've not bought from some of the merchants in the game. It'd be cool though if the ending actually like changes things at the hotel. That'd be really cool. Anyway, time to see whatever. Oh, I didn't. I should have tested out the cudgel. It's cudgel, right? Or was it cudgel? I think it's cudgel. If not, I'm making a mockery of myself. It's interesting that you get teleported here and not actually at the Stargazer. Pretty slow. Okay, pretty basic moveset in all honesty. Alrighty. What's this box for? Also, how did you get down here? How did you get here? Also, we have the exact same haircut. I just realized that. Look, our hair color is the exact same. Can I attack in here? I can. Man, I just, like, stabbed Geppetto.
I knew
They probably wouldn't let you do that.
We have all the ingredients we need.
What does that mean?
I dreamed of this day for so long. The moment you'd come back to life. You can be human again.
Okay, so
By
I was
using that
right.
Vast supply of
We are
ergo
Carlo.
in the arm of God.
Or at least a
I
puppet
just
version of him.
need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your lifespan. Your heart. If you give me your heart, all these trials and tribulations will be over. You have been a brilliant and a good boy. As your reward, I shall turn you into a real boy.
That...
Give me your heart, son.
your hands. Absolutely fucking not, dude. What?
I believed you were a good boy.
You've done nothing but cruel things
You
over the past
insist
years, and
on
you're basically
breaking
commanding
my
me.
heart.
No, fuck you.
Well, I suppose Carlo was mischievous. It seems you inherited his personality instead of his memories.
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
But a father always looks after his children. Even naughty ones that must be punished, like you. In my own way, I grew to love you. After all, you're the puppet who would bring my son back to life.
So you don't actually care about Pinocchio here.
I'm disappointed in you. I didn't mean for this.
Was his hands always like that? No, he's wearing. Is he wearing gloves? No, he's wearing gloves.
You were a good boy.
It's gonna be funny if I find out there's something actually wrong with his hands.
If you refuse,
Oh,
then I'll have to retrieve it myself.
that's kind of cool looking, not gonna lie. But also, like, the idea of that being embedded in your hand. Hello.
My son.
This kind of reminds me of that puppet that we saw back. Oh my god, what the hell? Yeah, that's a sword. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is probably a puppet.
Come to me, my son.
Okay, another attack attached to that one.
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Damn. Feel like. Oh my god, he is so aggressive. Holy.
I know you have gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
I like the strings.
Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo.
Okay.
No father wants to resort to the lash, but there's no other way.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me. I was spamming dodge.
If you can't have those memories,
You gonna attack? No.
I'll make you a real human myself.
He healed?
After I lost you, my life was full of nothing but regret.
Oh, what the hell? Ow, okay.
If only I had spent more time with you. If only I had read you your favorite book. Father to son.
Jesus Christ. It's probably a good thing they don't actually show that cinematic, because depending on what weapon you use, like they don't show everything. Oh. That's a cool effect. This is kind of giving me Elden Ring vibes. Like the Lord
How
Rings.
dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Whoa! I'm so glad I dodged that. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Jen, the workshop unit.
Yeah, okay. I shouldn't have healed right there. Okay. Okay, so he does that, I can just dodge forward and he can't do anything. He follows me? The fact that that follows me feels a bit bullshit. Well, I'm going to take a wild assumption and assume this guy is a puppet. I can choose to give you a heart? That's interesting, actually. That is super interesting as like a game mechanic. The fact that I can just do that.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Oh, I forgot the second attack.
I know you have gone astray. You troublesome little puppet.
Stop doing that.
Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. No father wants to resort to lash, but there's no other way.
Yeah, fuck that.
So long.
Stupid ass
Bring you back.
red attacks, man.
Carlo. You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Dude, red attacks are such bullshit, I'm sorry. I
Bound
buried that,
you
but
to
I
the
don't.
Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you had gone astray. You troublesome little puppet. Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. No father wants to resort to How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
That attack's bullshit.
You're someone who doesn't know. Who knows?
My game's frozen. Okay. I am pressing the block button.
Thank you. Carl.
I pressed the parry button but it didn't do anything.
As much as I can, of course. Please, leave Cross.
Oh, my fucking weapon, man. Cool. Cool. All because of my fucking weapon.
Bring you back, Carl.
Oh, did I hit the... I might have to collect deaths. I don't know if I pressed the death counter for that. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest, again, I don't like the second phase of this fight, because it's just too fast. I'm sorry. It's the exact same issue I have with basically every enemy in this fucking game. It's too fast.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memory within you.
Dude, I'm sorry. Fuck red attacks.
I know you had gone astray.
Red attacks are a very poorly designed fucking mechanic. I'm sorry.
freedom is not for you, for Carlo. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Look at that, a wind up and it just instantly fucking hits you. Cool. I don't like this fight. This fight sucks, honestly. Because I don't know the timing on it, I'm forced to get a hit. How the fuck did that hit me? It's so bullshit, man. It's just fucking spamming good attacks. Dude! I'm sorry, this is fucked. Oh, okay.
Now, I'll turn you into a real...
Dude did nothing but fucking red attacks the entire fucking time. I'm sorry, red attacks are a terrible fucking game mechanic, I don't care what you say. A game that forces you to do this exact thing, otherwise you die, is fucking idiotic.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets, because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you have got strength.
Okay, I was pressing the parry button, but guess not. Alright, now he's gonna heal. That's a cool attack.
Your freedom is
You're
not
not
for
attacking
you, for Carlo. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Dude.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself.
How the fuck did I survive that one? Oh, so that's cool. If you block that, you just get stance broken, and then he kills you. That's cool. That's a really cool mechanic there. Neat. I love that.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son. I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I knew you had gone astray, you troublesome little puppet.
Now he's gonna heal.
Freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Dude, I'm sorry. That attack is bullshit.
I forgot to introduce myself. I am Jen, the Lord shall heal you.
I have no idea what the fucking time is on that. Nice. I'm injured. I was sprinting, so I messed up the attack. Or the parry. I didn't have any stamina.
Your summon doesn't give up.
Nice dash attack. Right, I forgot.
I will help you as much as I can. Of course. Same for Croft.
Oh, that was one hit away. Fuck. I'm sorry, this boss is not okay. I legitimately do not like this boss. Also, this is not the item I thought it was. Okay, let's try this again.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Ah, was that not parry?
I never bound you to the Grand Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you.
Forgot that attack is a shoulder bash that actually hurts you. Yep, more red attacks. Red attacks. They're really cool.
Troublesome puppet. Your freedom is not for you, but for Carlo. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Yeah, cool. I love how you can just do that and just get away and not have to do no punishing for you.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Michelle from NAOW.
Okay. That still hit me? Sure. Fuck me.
You're someone who doesn't
Oh, I missed.
Who knows? The next evolution is coming. It will prove
I will help as much as I can. Of course. Save Claudia.
He's done. Seven attempts, I think? I still don't like that fight.
Were you going to destroy
3 hours of him.
heart?
That's kinda cool, not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, Geppetto kinda deserved. It's nice that you're willing to sacrifice yourself for the heart, but you weren't sacrificing for Pinocchio, you were sacrificing for Carlo. We got Freckles.
I'm sorry.
Might have seen it, but it probably shed a tear. Which made you better realize the sun was in their puppet. Oh, Sophia. Well, no, it's a puppet. That's not Sophia. Oh, but we have Sophia's ergo.
It's so good to see you.
Rise of P. Reach the ending. That pose look familiar? It does look familiar. My brain is not working, but it does seem very familiar. So I'm guessing that if I accept it, you guys see the true ending on your first try. Oh, that was a true ending. Nice. I have died 67 times in total. I think that's decent. Few more endings, but that's true ending. It was the same as the statue you spec at. Oh yeah! Yeah, now I think about it, yeah, it totally is. So going into what I thought about the game, I think the overall game is very good. It's a solid experience. I can't do one of the endings. But I do want to say, the music, the story, the atmosphere, it is all done so incredibly well. This is a really nice spin on the idea of the Pinocchio story. The idea that you shouldn't lie and that lying is only going to result in bad things happening. But in here it's on the flip side where lying is simply part of what it means to be human. Deceiving someone, these negative things that we as humans do is what makes us human. Because we make mistakes, because we are guilty of certain things, it's what causes humanity to be human. So I think it's a really interesting idea that the fact that us lying is a way to show off the fact that Pinocchio is actually becoming human. I'm really hoping to see a quality of life patch for the DLC. What exactly are you hoping for, Ranger? I don't think I heard this song in the game before. I feel like good quality of life of this game immensely. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. So I have a couple of really big issues with the game. I can think of three, like, immediately, which I've already commented on numerous times through the entire game, with even parry windows. Yeah, that's reasonable, especially when it comes to fury attacks. I've said it numerous times, but I hate fury attacks. Fury attacks, I hated it in Sekiro, I hated it in this game. Fury attacks, I know it's not called fury attacks in that game, but in that game you have to, like, use the kick thing. What's that kick thing called? I forgot the thing. You have to press B at, like, the perfect moment to do it. It's like you kick the weapon into the ground. I hated that in that game, and it's one of the reasons why I stopped playing it. And then I'm not even joking here. Fury attacks almost made me not want to play this game anymore because I just hate the concept behind it. They're just not fun. I hate being forced into material counter. Thank you. I hate being forced into a certain type of playstyle because the game punishes me otherwise. It's one thing to be like, oh, this playstyle isn't as effective. Oh, just shut up, CJ. Like, someone should be able to, if they want to, play this entire game only dodging. Because at the end of the day, besides Fury attacks, you don't actually have to parry anything. You can dodge through basically anything except Fury attacks. But if Fury attack comes at you, unless it's certain kinds of them, there's nothing you can do besides just parry it. Unless you have the one amulet. I don't even know how that amulet really works. There's a talisman. Yeah, I know, you were telling me about it previously. But you don't get that until, like, 70% of the way through the game or something. Okay, 70% is exaggerating a bit. It's more like 50. But, like, still, you have to play the entire first half of the game without that ability. As someone who legit rage quit Sekiro and went back and beat it, I get you. And then, the other thing is, kind of going off the parry windows and the dodging thing, the quality of life with that, is games really, especially Souls-likes, because Souls-likes are the ones most commonly at fault for doing this. They need to stop doing, I don't care about the wind-up, the wind-up's whatever, but they need to stop doing attacks that they do the wind-up, and then literally half a second later, the attack lands. Like, it should not be, there should be more to this than just reaction. If I know what's happening, I shouldn't have to, like, perfectly react to it. There should be a bit of leeway where the attack is coming, and I can actually parry the attack because I can see the attack is in motion. It shouldn't be like, oh, they start up the attack, and then suddenly they're behind you because of how fast they attacked. I think a ton of bosses in this game are guilty of that. A ton of them. And it's one of my complaints about Elden Ring, too, because Elden Ring does the exact same thing. I'm not saying it's a LSP thing, I'm not saying it's, like, only certain games. Elden Ring, which I love the game, also has the exact same issue that I hate about the game. And it honestly ruins certain fights for me that are otherwise really enjoyable. Like, I honestly think that this fight should have been a lot slower. I'm not saying it needs to be as slow as, like, Dark Souls 1 or 2 by any means, but it's faster. Just press block. Suddenly I have normal stamina. I know you're just trolling, but I think there should be more time than just the wind-up to be prepared for an attack. There's people who just say get good, which is, like, kind of a cop-out. Yeah, and also, like, the whole, like, get good thing wasn't even originally a Dark Souls thing. It was originally from Metal Gear Solid 2. We've just adapted over here to basically be jerks to people. And yes, at the end of the day, it is just get better at the game, obviously. Them's the unemployed people, yeah. Like, obviously, the answer is get better at the game. However, in my opinion, this is an actual flaw with the game. I think a game that makes it so... Then examine all frames of boss animation. Yeah, it's like... I shouldn't have to be literally sweating because I have to press parry at the exact moment the blade happens to twitch. You know, it's like the wind-up should tell me when I need to parry, not the fact that his hand twitches and the sword strike comes in. There should be a moment that you can watch the sword swing and then parry it. Or dodge it, you know. And then other times, here's a good example. I feel like a very common thing with the larger boss fights in this game. I think it's generally not a blocking problem, but a weapon problem. I mean, it definitely could be. I should be forced to parry when I want to dodge instead. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, with the way this game works, you don't...
I have a final report on the Krot experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure.
I'm assuming this is
Another key of
Shangio,
ours. Dorothy.
and probably the thing that brings us into the DLC. If you wish to start the next playthrough, you won't be able to continue the current playthrough. Do you wish to continue? I hit cancel, right? I hit cancel here, right? If I hit cancel, it brings me back to the hotel. Cancel, okay. Thank you. Okay, I need to scroll up chat. I didn't see some of this because I was asking the question. I'm telling you from the perspective of me, claiming they build motivity, my damage my way through times yours, my blocking doing a lot less HP than yours. Hey, weapons out that property. Is the teaser of the second game? Oh, is it? I didn't realize they were releasing a second game. Okay, what I was saying before I got into that cutscene that I wanted to pay attention to, some bosses are very tall, right? And due to where they put the lock on, they put it on, like, basically, like, the center mass of the person. A good example of this is Simon. With Simon, he was like 2 or 3 times taller than me. There's certain attacks he would do, it looked like he was putting his hammer on his shoulder into his idle state, but in reality he was doing a follow-up attack that I couldn't tell because due to the fact that my lock-on was center mass, I couldn't see the fact that he was actually doing an attack, not just putting it on his shoulder. That's an issue with a lot of the, like, taller enemies that aren't, like, that force you to look at, like, center mass, that I feel like. They might, don't know 100%. For example, I didn't see most attacks because I killed him so fast, we didn't have time to do them all, even missed the last weapons. I had no issue even getting hit by the red stuff, I was fine. I mean, it definitely could be, like, an issue with, like, the weapons, but at the end of the day, every weapon should be viable. Unless it's a meme weapon, of course, because that does exist, you know, like Broken Straight Sword in the Souls games. As I also have an advance, and the weapons suck in comparison, like, even using all the weaknesses, damage is so bad. Yeah, and I went up to right before, Laxatia, however you say her name. I only changed weapons right before her boss fight. I changed the technique. And the game was so much more enjoyable technique. It's not even funny. Like, the advanced weapons are interesting, but, like, my god, they just aren't good. They just suck so bad. I saw your damage with the sword and it's very low compared also, so I generally think strength and mobility is insane because it makes you so tanky. Interesting. Like we're down with the Red Main Castle. Yes, yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, though. You can't really just not lock on in these boss fights because so many bosses are so incredibly fast that they basically do the Omaru Moshinderu. They do that to you because they're so fast. So if you stop a lock on, or God forbid you block an attack and it sends you 30 feet away from the boss. And the point of activity is to farm for those stacks and goods. Yeah, it is. It's just that the weapons in this game are so ungodly slow.
So much has happened. It's bewildering. But it feels like there is hope. even here in godforsaken Krat. It's all because of you. So thank you. Though I suspect you haven't told me everything.
I know a guy who plays all sorts of mouse and keyboard. I cannot imagine. That's literally a challenge run. The point of advance is just to play with weaknesses, but Motivity is so tanky and so much damage that even with your crits, my damage is still probably more. Well, I mean, so... Hold on. Oh, let me shift this back to the original.
I just want safety for everyone at the
Maybe that's
hotel, at least. That's why I should make sure you're well armed. If you need anything, just ask.
So I ordered this really quick. Keep in mind, I have 5 motivity, okay? And I have, this is not upgraded at all. Regular attack. 452. 2 Dragon Sword. As S technique because I added on the crank. I also have 30 for technique. 416. I do less damage with this than a unupgraded weapon that I have 0 scaling. That's kind of ridiculous, just saying. I'm not joking when I tell you, 4 hits from the light puppet axe Luxacia to half health. Of course, I only needed to really time my hits, because otherwise I'd get hit. Yeah.
You have been such a great help to...
This great disaster, the Krat crisis, has left no one unaffected. But it's over now, thanks to you. We are all in pain. We're all hurting. But now it's time to begin healing. I will do everything I can to help. Together, compagno, I think we really can make Krat, if not the entire world, a better place. You're always welcome here.
It's not a blocking motion, like I think it's generating weapon combos up and stuff. Well, I think it's both. The most part of Dishonor is that you can lap up an axe player with a baton handle and get a little bit so nasty. Oh. I was planning on going everywhere. God damn. It's pretty taking blocking, yeah. I had noticed that the... Oh, play a perfect tune on the piano at Hotel Krat. Nice. I'm guessing that's based on humanity, because it seems like whenever I'm, like, doing better humanity-wise, and I've, like, lied a bunch, it makes me, like, slightly better at the piano, and then also I can, like, hug the cat now. Oh, he's still here.
Oh, did I scare you? It's me, Hugo. This whole thing has inspired me. I'm going to try to be the Aladoro of a new generation. I will also keep looking for the relic's true owner. Check in with me anytime. A great weapon calls for a great... Sorry, no, pronouncements aren't my thing. As always, prove that you're worthy.
You know, there we go, so I can get the proof of humanity. Link slash and grind is all it has, interesting right now. Because critical hit chance temporarily. Well, wait, critical hit? Wait, is critical hit not a fatal strike? What? Proof of humanity. A giant scissor blade used by the nameless puppet. It's a double-edged sword that can end one's freedom or grant it by cutting the strings of manipulation. Puppets are tied to strings. Humans have cut their own strings. The boy made a choice and became human. Immunity to all attribute status elements. Alrighty, that's actually just kind of OP. That's honestly just OP. An amulet to make equipped on a puppet. It's unknown whether the nameless puppet had an ego. This is because multiple cores holding concentrated ergo were used to boost its firepower. This puppet could feel only one emotion, hatred. With advance, you have shit damage, shit defense, and an alright stance damage, so it's bad, yeah. So I love the game, like the mechanics, but I'm a motivity main, I don't deviate from it. We could have put just a hit that can randomly happen with it. What? Okay. Cool. That's a mechanic that was unexplained.
I've made up my mind. I am going to keep living to honor Atkinson's sacrifice. Someone needs to tell everyone out there what happened in Krot. I'm gonna look for a way out again. Thanks for all your help. I hope Krot finds fortune soon. I've made up my mind. Someone needs to Thanks for all your help.
But no, honestly, I think it's a problem in both scenarios. Because it's not like only the fact that strength weapons just do so much damage, have better blocking and all that. It's like Daughter of the Eternal. It's also the fact that that means that basically every other weapon that's not a strength weapon just sucks in comparison. I shouldn't have to use a strength weapon in order to make the game balanced. I mean, generally, melee weapons are bad because you really don't do as much damage if you're kind of dragging the boss fight so much. Yeah, and of course, the longer the boss fight goes on, the harder it is. I had a good time. It's amazing to see a new brother being born. I hope to meet you again, eternal line. Interesting. So that wasn't Gengio. But, like, so other things is that, like, specifically during the beginning of the game, but it's still a thing later on, there was way too many ambushes in this game. Like, the amount of ambushes in this game is insane. You round a corner, suddenly 5 enemies drop on top of you. 3k damage every attack, all the boost and all that. Right. The blue butterfly's letter. Thank you for giving me a new life. The fact that an ergo puppet can have a second life and become another kind of human requires more time for people to find out about it. Until then, I will return to the hotel or plan to stay at this place. The Krot disaster has stopped. Still, there is the aftermath of petrification disease and the puppets. Please heal the wounds for the people. You're the reason we have our freedom. Thank you so much. I'm grateful you freed me from my puppet strings. Like I said, when I found the Light Puppet Axe, I started destroying everything except for the last day bosses. Them enemies would die from 2 to 3 hits. I suppose you can get more chords later in the game by going to New Game Plus and just getting everything again. Get literally everything. Okay, was there anything I missed inside Hotel Krat? Oh, I didn't talk to...
Welcome to Hotel.
Oh, you still bully a puppet. Right. Pose beast-like corpse enemies? Voice, no joke. Yeah, it takes me like 20 or like 25 to kill them. Takes a lot for me to kill them. Score chain heavies and they die. I'm trying to think, what other, like, things... I mean, I do completely understand what you're saying, Avocado, but I think I'm still... I mean, I definitely think you've done two different choices now, right? I think you definitely have a good point and a very valid reasoning that most weapons are just kind of god-awful in this game, and I do definitely agree with that. Because, like, I'm telling you, all the advanced weapons, they just don't feel good. I think one of the most interesting weapons is probably, like, the booster glaive, honestly. However, I think, like, legitimately, there is a major problem with how enemies attack you and attack animations. And I know people like to complain about like long wind-ups, especially when it comes to games like Elden Ring, because Elden Ring, you cannot deny it. You could dodge like 10 times before certain enemies or certain bosses will finally attack you. And a lot of bosses are guilty of that. But honestly, that's not so much an issue, because you know what that means? Those long wind-ups? That means you get to freely stab them without having to worry about being punished. If they take 5 seconds to attack you, just attack them. Stop spamming dodge. Attack them. If you know they're going to just like sit there staring at you for 10 seconds, do damage. You can punish them for them doing certain attacks because of that. But when it comes down to the actual attack, if the attack comes out faster than the speed of light, I don't think that's okay. I think that's a flaw with the game. Oh, hi Ard. I don't know how long you beat here, I just beat the game. 15 dollars for one little poke is peak Elden Ring sarcasm, yeah. Sad part is the arm just becomes useless from mid-game on. You just showed up. Yeah, no, I literally just beat the game. I got the Rise of P ending and killed the nameless puppet. The arm just becomes useless from the mid-game on. Like, everything is better than the arm, even the stupid cog moves. Ranger, you really like the Aegis, helped me a lot. Avocado also like big when it comes to blocking the weapon, which is better. Interesting. That is honestly kind of sad that blocking with your weapon, which is better than the Aegis. That is honestly kind of sad. Oh, so thank you for the GGs. I never finished Lies. Oh, you didn't? I thought you did beat the game. Electric Lady's basically the last boss, right? I died, I think, 10 times against her. And then died 2 times against Simon, and then I think 7 against Nameless Puppet. Type weapons in PP game has much more block absorption. That's honestly kind of ridiculous. Last boss you killed, I never got back to it. Oops. I honestly thought about doing that. I really did. I beat the Dual Guardian, and I just was not having fun. Like, I was honestly disliking the game heavily. And it was because I was using advanced. I was using advanced weapons, and advanced is just so bad. And people online, I read up online about, like, advanced and everything. A bunch of people are just like, advanced is the best thing ever, what are you talking about? It's like, Dude, I'm doing like a third of the damage that I'm doing. When I was using Advance, I'm doing like 3 times the amount of damage I was doing with an Advance. It just becomes useless now. For example, if the last upgrade of Aegis would allow you to hold block while attacking, that would be insane. Didn't I do that? I thought that's what the final upgrade did. Oh no, it's the counter charge. What game am I thinking about that allowed you to do that? There's a game that I remembered that gave you the ability to do like a shield poke. Not Dark Souls. Unless it just gives you shield and explosion. Yeah. No, honestly, I think this is a... No! I think this game is a flawed gem. I think that's what this is, honestly. I think it could do for a lot of small improvements, and I think the weapons are definitely a huge area that could be improved upon, and hopefully Overture fixes that. And honestly, I am probably not going to play Overture. Just gonna be blatantly obvious, I'm probably not gonna play it. And if I do, it's gonna be a long time from now. I'm not even sure I'm ever going to touch this game again. I might play the game again just to, like, to finish the side quest that I messed up. But the fact that I got the true ending, the fact that I beat the game, I'm honestly kind of satisfied. If you would be able to do a shield poke with Aegis, that would be cool. Because other than that, Aegis is completely useless if you're using any heavy weapon. Yeah, it sounds like it. That's very strange. The fact that Aegis is somehow not the best block in the game. Considering it uses a resource to use. If you have to use a resource to use it, I don't know. You're gonna give it another go when the DLC comes, you think? Yeah, I mean, that's totally reasonable. I imagine you'll probably restart the game, or will you just go from where you last played, or... But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of in agreement with Avocado. I think it's a good, like, 7 out of 10 game. Maybe, like, half a point up or down. You think a restart? I mean, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to... It's kind of hard to just go into a DLC, basically, you know, rusty as all hell. This only has to be the problem is there's no difference between holding normal block or Aegis. Yeah, there'd be really no benefit to using it. You could have a different arm that does more things and give you some extra versatility rather than just having another block that you can just do better. But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with Avocado. Like, it's a good game. It's not like it's a bad game by any means. Like, they did what they did, and they did a good job at doing it. Which is, say, like, the gun that you could just use while dodging. Yeah, that was really good. And it's also just outright better to dodge than do it, because if you do, like, the regular attack, it takes this long. Meanwhile, you just do this, and then you instantly get both attacks. It is so much faster. Like, it's so much faster to use the dodge. It's not even funny. Of course, you know, obviously it uses some stamina, but who cares about a tiny bit of stamina consumption, right? Favorite song in the game. I'm trying to think. Again, I want to make it known that I know I'm complaining a ton here. I am complaining so very much right now. But I do want it known that it's not that I dislike this game. I think the game is good, and they accomplished what they were trying to do. Especially, hi Greedy, especially the story and the atmosphere. The story and the atmosphere for this game is so dense, and it is very good. And I think that's the highest point in this game, is the story and the atmosphere. Yes, like when the weapons make Aegis somewhat viable. So I do want to make a very important note here that I am complaining a lot, but I don't think the game is bad. I just think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of small issues in the game that, for me, somewhat ruins the experience. However, as a whole, looking at the entire picture, this game is good. And to call it bad would be a slight on the developers. I feel like I was needing more dynamic abilities like in Sekiro. I do like what choices we had, but I do kind of agree. I'm kind of curious. I want to test it out. The whole Aegis thing. I stop everything you're doing to do the arm ability. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like all of the arm abilities are kind of, like, too difficult to use. Like, the Fulminous, for example, if you wanted to do basically anything, you have to fully charge it, which means,
I just
well,
want safe, that's why I should...
you can't use it in most circumstances, so it becomes so niche. The puppet string, I don't know, that it feels very in the same situation. I don't really know. What counts as this counts as a spirit, right? Oh, this probably counts as a spirit. I tried. Right, it's a spirit. I can't poke with this. I just need like a certain upgrade. Poke with this. I can't poke with this either. Is there a certain upgrade that you have to do it with? You imagine you charge the Fulminous while doing other shit like holding the block, and you get an indicator when it's fully charged, you just releasing Chrome. Use the glaive. Hold on, where's the... Oh, my glaive is... No, not combined. It might be. It might be. Okay, yeah, imagine... Okay. Level 2. Let me check. I might say. Oh, goad attack. Can make weapon attacks while goading. It's the first upgrade. But apparently not with every weapon. But the gameplay is not bad. Oh, wait, you said more than that. I agree it's a good game, but the hype around is more for the story atmosphere than the actual gameplay. Gameplay's not bad most of the time. Yeah, no, totally agree. Totally agree. But yeah, avocado. That brings me straight to the idea of knowing how Gunslinger works in Devil May Cry. So one of the really good parts of Devil May Cry, right, is the actual gameplay, right? If you use Gunslinger, and I love Gunslinger. Gunslinger was my most used Devil May Cry 3. When you use Gunslinger, one of the huge parts of it is a charge shot. The charge shot requires you to, go figure, charge your weapon. However, you can charge it while doing anything else in the game. You can be attacking, you could be dodging, you could be jumping, you could be being hit, and you could still charge it. And it was very, very smooth. Yeah, it's the second, it's the first upgrade you have in the path. You always need to be more dynamic, so in Sekiro you can chain attacks with your arms, and in combo you can melee attacks. Yeah, like... I think the Legion arms are a really cool idea, and I like them. But, like, Flamberge, if you want to do anything with it, you have to be holding it for a long time. Well, if you were holding it, you're probably gonna get attacked. Pandemonium, it was honestly probably the only thing that you could actually chain. Simply because you could throw it on the ground and forget about it. It didn't do, like, any damage, but it could cause accident. Deus Machina, probably the same thing, but, like, did anyone use this? Did anyone use this, realistically speaking? Who was using this? I can't imagine anyone using Deus Machina. I talk about, like, no, it's not. I refuse to believe anyone used the mine launcher. Oh, it's not even a mine launcher, it goes at your feet. Like, why use that when you can just, like, explode someone from range with the gun? It's the only mistake material scaling on, yeah. Which also doesn't even really make sense in my opinion. The Falcon Eyes makes sense being like being technique because you know you're kind of like doing the whole aim thing, so I can see that one. Something else is I wish the cube didn't look like the cube did. The cube is so slow. You get one use of it and it doesn't come back. You have to pay for it to come back. And yes, I know there's a P-Organ upgrade that makes it a shorter use time, and also you can have 2 of them, I know. But it still requires you to purchase them. The cube is just an odd mechanic. Yeah, see, how I was thinking it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a one-time use per bonfire. So you could have this, like, you know, you could have this buff dependent on whatever you're using, that it would apply to you for like 60 seconds, which in my opinion would have been a really cool idea. And then the fact that it takes so long would be an issue because you would probably just use it at the start of a fight, and then you enter in the fog. If it was like a physic blast, yeah, it would have been better, but it's mostly just for phantoms. Yeah, it feels like such a wasted opportunity. It had so much really good potential, and then it just kind of fell flat because it was useless. Like, for me, for example, the only one that was really worthwhile was the one that healed my health over time. But even then, it takes like 5 seconds to use, and it's limited. You have to rely on 8 minutes in time to pass just to get more uses of it. And yeah, like, obviously it's gonna happen, but it means that every single time you want a new use for it, you have to go back to Shanxi. You have to go back to Shanxi. You have to go back to Shanxi. It feels like such an annoying thing that you have to do, and it doesn't really feel worth the effort. So I just forgot it existed. And the thing else I want to complain about, kind of going back to Advance. I think Advance was a really cool idea. It sucked. I'm sorry, it was so ass. Why? I've explained it multiple times. The main issue with Advance is the fact that you have to use an Advance handle. Do I understand why? Yeah, perfectly. Obviously, it's because the handle determines scaling. That makes sense. But because the handle determines scaling, also determines the animations of your weapon and what kind of moveset you have. It means that your only choice throughout the entire game is that you get 6 movesets. You have no other choices. Have fun. And for me, I really only liked 2 of them. And one of them was a little too slow for me. And also advances to do damage. And the other one was a dagger moveset. And because the game also doesn't tell you this, punishes you for combining a handle with a blade that has a different type of like damage type. So if your handle was originally for a slashing weapon and you instead use a blunt head, you actually do less damage, fun fact. You get a penalty for it, which is I'm sorry, I don't like that, that's dumb. I understand it, yes, it kind of makes sense, but it honestly kind of takes away from the game. It detracts. I think it's one of those situations where immersion is actually hurting you, where the enjoyment of the game should matter more than the fact that it makes sense. Like, yeah, it makes sense if you're using a handle that's typically for, like, stabbing someone, like you use those, I don't know the name of them, but those rapier handles that have, like, the, you know, the very long, rounded crossguard and then that falls down into the front of the hand. If you were using that with a big two-handed weapon with its, you know, a big two-handed, like mace style thing, yeah, it makes sense that it wouldn't be as effective. But for purposes of gameplay enjoyment, I feel like it kind of detracts. It's meant to play with weaknesses, technically deal more damage, but to deal more damage you need to have damage. Well, the thing is, let's just go back to the fact that with your weapons. You're using pure motivity. The live puppet axe is just better in every single right, regardless if I'm using the weakness or not. And also, you can just use an abrasive to do the exact same thing. Now you deal more damage already, and then you also are hitting their weakness on top of it. Advanced doesn't have a reason to exist in the game. In its current state, Advanced is just outright worse than every other weapon in the game. On top of that, it means you can't use any grindstones on your weapons. You can't, and I mean, I didn't check, but I'm assuming you probably can't use the other grindstones as well, but maybe you could. I guess I could find out.
You have been...
I guess I can buy this.
I just want safety. That's why I should...
The thing is, weapons are bad because they make motivity weapons deal less damage to match others, and they suck because they're not so slow, it's not worth it.
You're always...
I could have used this the entire time. Didn't think I could. Well, that's good to know. I was under the impression that because I couldn't use any other grindstone, I couldn't use those grindstones either. If they make decks deal with more damage to match, then they're faster, and it'll be better no matter what. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but in its current state, like, the game is very unbalanced. In my opinion, that's you know, the issue that we were talking about this entire time is that weapons are just intrinsically imbalanced. And I think they could stand to make other weapons deal more damage. Strength weapons already deal so much more damage that it only takes 4 hits for you to bring Lexatia to half health. Meanwhile, it takes me like 30 to bring her to half health. Another thing is, with advanced weapons, some of them are slower, some of them are faster. Salamander Blade, for example, is pretty fast. It's a little dagger. The electric buzzsaw, it's so slow, and I deal more damage with the dagger. And for advanced thing, they should just do it to the damage when the stat procs is tied to the advanced stack, so advanced doesn't deal a lot of damage until the stat procs, then it shreds. Other than that, advanced just gives a tiny bit of damage and helps the stat proc faster. Yeah, no, leveling up advanced seems worthless, except for resistance, and as like maybe like a tertiary stat. That's all I had it for. I leveled it up like a little bit more after I changed my stats, purely in order to get the resistance. I metagamed a little bit because I did know that there was, I knew I was gonna be fighting bosses that has status effects applied to them. Because I knew Laxatia, God, her name gives me conniptions. I cannot say it. I knew that she had Electric Blitz, or Shock, whatever. So I leveled up a bit of advance to get some extra resistance to it. I think advance as a whole is just a failed stat. It's a good concept, I like it, but it's one of those things where it's like a game either does it really well or does terribly. For example, I think Bloodborne's version is better, because at least over there you have really special tools that actually make it worthwhile. And yeah, obviously doing a build completely based on Blood Tinge or arcane isn't exactly the best idea ever. You definitely should have something else as a primary, but it's still very worthwhile to level up if you know what you're doing. But it's like so many games, it's just a pure trap. Luck in Blood Cringe. Luck in Dark Souls 3, for example. Unless you're trying to get your actual, like, item discovery up, luck as a stat sucks. It's so bad. It basically does nothing. It basically saves you, like, one attack. Because of status element. It's so useless. And I don't think Advance is as useless as luck was. Because at the end of the day, it still does increase your resistances, it does still increase your damage and makes it still better, but honestly, it probably would have been better if it just was purely made... It'd be better if it made the stats effect go up as well, like, a lot faster. But when I can just do the exact same thing using an abrasive and any weapon in the game, I don't know, it feels kind of bad. But I've certainly been complaining a lot. I've given my 2 cents of how I feel about the game. I like it, but it's definitely flawed. And I'm not gonna deny, like, making a game is hard. Obviously, trying to balance a game is hard. It's not like what we're talking about here. Trying to make fixes for this is not an easy thing. Even as we're talking about, like, well, if you increase the damage of dexterity, it might make motility worse by comparison because dex gets stronger and becomes OP because you increase the damage a bit. If you make advanced deal more damage, you have the exact same issue because now you have the same damage as every other weapon, but now you just get free status element too. It's hard to balance. And poison, yeah, oh my god, poison, it's so ridiculous there's no poison in the game. I'm not saying you need, like, infinite amount of poise, but, like, I'm sorry, the fact that a dude that is thinner than me can just tank a hit and not get staggered, and then I get stabbed by a tiny little dagger is so annoying. Especially for big weapons, because they're so slow. Am I saying if you get hit by a giant hammer you shouldn't get staggered? No, you should get staggered, obviously. Puppet babies, yeah, exactly! Or the things that, like, the ones that are, like, just torsos, that are carcasses, that, like, spit the little tentacle at you and drag themselves to you. The fact that stuns you, and they tend to throw, like, 20 of them at you at once, it's so ridiculous. But, honestly, I think the proper solution for that probably would be hyper armor, not necessarily poise. Well, actually, I mean, what you could do, actually, is have it be based off of... have your poise be based off of your defense parts. That way, if you leveled up capacity really high, you could have really good defensive frames and whatnot. And so, like, combining all those together, like, depending on what your physical damage reduction rate is, that determines your poise, that'd be a good way to do it. Or maybe if you wanted to even make it, like, your actual total weight would determine it. That way, very weak enemies that are, like, in the start of the game, for example, wouldn't be able to poise break you. But then make it... that way there's actually a benefit for being, like, really heavy and having a high capacity, beyond just having, like, different weapons. That'd be interesting. But, yeah, no, like I said, I've given my 2 cents. I think the game is good. Like, overall picture, Cosmos are useless, like, there should be some useless ones, but yeah, I found, like, I've had, like, no reason to switch off of these. This one is just nice so I can carry heavier stuff, have better defense. The Arm of God amulet, more damage is more damage. Obviously, this isn't going to be, like, super useful for, like, slow weapons, but since I'm using dexterity, this is basically mandatory. Having the FAP ring, obviously I'm going to use the FAP ring. And then the amulet that makes you do more damage against whatever enemy you're fighting. Like, And then, this thing doesn't do anything. This is useless. This talisman right here, this doesn't do anything. I tried it. It does nothing. It's worthless. It's literally bugged. And also, why is the advanced amulet... Why does this weigh more? Every other... The motivity amulet and the technique amulet weigh the same. But then for some reason the advanced amulet is 2.5. This weighing more makes sense. It's so funny as they give you ability to increase amulets when no weapon have stat requirements. Yeah, and also, again, the soft caps for damage and scaling is so low. Like, I hit my cap at 34. What's the point of those amulets? If I'm only doing 2 extra damage from a level up after 34 in technique, why would I ever need to use one of those amulets? It's so bizarre. Though honestly, I kind of appreciate weapons not having stat requirements, because it sucks finding a new cool weapon and you just can't use it. But anyway, today I would actually like to be getting going sooner rather than later, and nothing having about the lore. What are your doubts? I will talk to you about the lore in like Discord or something, because I do want to actually get going. Because I want to get some food, and I did say I'm a little pressed for time today, so I have things studied. I need to probably look a bit more into the game, realistically speaking, but I think I do have a general understanding of what's happening, at least. But, yeah, without further ado, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm glad I stuck with it and actually beat the game so I can get an ending. The fact that I got the true ending is honestly kind of surprising. I thought I was doing kind of awful in terms of getting the requirements, which I'm assuming is humanity. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. It really means a lot to me. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. For those on YouTube, see you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a good day. For those on Twitch, I'm gonna raid someone. By any chance, was this guy streaming today? Because I had someone stream me. I had someone raid me. And was also playing Lies of P. Not Min. Was it for work? Not Min for work, yeah. Let me see if he's currently live. He is not live, okay. Because he's in the middle of playing Lies of P as well. So and since he raided me, I was gonna raid him back. Okay, well, the only person I have on my list of people that's live right now is Hollow Shovel Knight, so it looks like I'm gonna raid him. So if you guys would stick around with the raid and wish Hollow Shovel Knight a good stream, that would be greatly appreciated. Today he is playing some Player Obscure Expedition 33. Of course, if you guys don't want spoilers, don't feel like you need to go over there, but if you just say hi and wish him a good stream, then leave, that'd be greatly appreciated. I have no idea how far he is in the game, but it does sound like he's at least played it once, judging by the stream name. Hollow Shovel Knight plays a bunch of Souls-likes, so if you're interested in Souls-likes, I would definitely suggest you check him out. He's fun. But again, for those on Twitch, thank you so much for stopping by. Despite the several complaints I gave throughout the entire game, I still did have a good time. and I'm happy that I beat it. So, did I complain a lot? Yeah, I did. I complained so much about this game, especially while streaming. I think there's probably like 5 hours worth of me just complaining about the game on my YouTube. But either way, it's gonna go through soon. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.